Well, Thursday night association will get busy in the NBA draft, and it's all about who's going number one. How about Duke's Paolo Banchero, key piece of Coach K's final run there for the Dukies. Chet Holmgren, there's nothing wrong with a 7-footer, a legit one that is. And then there's Jabari Smith coming out of Auburn, part of that deep run for the Tigers and Bruce Pearl. Some believe he could be a 10-year starter at some point in the association. Take a look at the odds makers when it comes to who can go number one Thursday night. It's pretty much, you can toss it up. It's depending on what the Magic will want. Jabari Smith there, the favorite at -130, but you do see Banchero and Holmgren right there behind him, +175 and 330. All right, tapping in this AM, senior college basketball writer Gary Parrish. And Gary, I got to ask you, if you're in that front office in Orlando at number one, let's stick with those top three options. Tell me why the Magic and why they need to take Paolo Banchero.
If they were to take Paolo Banchero, it would be rooted in the idea that he's ready to go from day one. This is a guy who you could drop into an NBA game tonight, and he could reasonably go get you 20 and 8, as a starting power forward. He is so gifted offensively, big, strong, and skilled. Maybe not the type of athlete you would normally take at number one, but again, the positives far outweigh the negatives. If you're trying to predict who's going to be the rookie of the year, the guy who's going to be the best player in the first year of his professional career, I think in this draft, that is Paolo Banchero.
All right, let's rapid fire this a little bit. Chet Holmgren, they would take him because of what?
Because he's got the most upside of anybody in this draft. He's a 7'1" real rim protector who on offense can stand out on the perimeter, bounce it, play make, shot create, shot make. Just a really unique prospect who, isn't a sure thing to be a superstar because, centers have been devalued in the modern NBA and, he is obviously thin and some people are concerned about his body and whether he'll get physically overwhelmed in the NBA, but those concerns are very small for me. If I were picking number one, the pick would be Chet Holmgren. I just think if he becomes the best version of himself, he's the best player from this draft.
What about a Jabari Smith? If you can't get a 7-footer, you get a 6'10" guy out of Auburn. Why would Orlando take him?
6'10" athlete who can, switch, in the front court, guard smaller guys, plays with a lot of intensity, and shot the ball from the perimeter extremely well in his first year and only year at Auburn, above 40% from three. There's just no way this guy's not in the NBA for a long time, unless, of course, injuries were to derail his career like they sometimes do for elite prospects. But the shot making is real. The length for the position is real. The ability to guard multiple positions is real. I think Banchero is probably the safest pick in this draft. Holmgren, the biggest upside pick in this draft. And Jabari Smith right there in between them.
All three just scratching the surface. It's up to Orlando to make the right pick, of course, on Thursday night. Gary Parrish, as always, appreciate your time. Let's take a look at those odds once again. By the way, Orlando, they haven't given us any indication on who might be number one. This time, the closer we get, you might get maybe a Jabari Smith maybe going there, or Paolo Banchero, but there is no indication on who's going number one. Again, the odds, Jabari Smith the favorite, but Banchero and Chet Holmgren, even Jaden Ivey, you can't go wrong with any of those guys at number one with the Magic.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.